Have you noticed something lately? That steady, predictable happiness we used to rely on. It feels like it's disappearing. In its place, there's this quiet anxiety. It's the sense that the old rules don't work anymore. And if you don't reinvent yourself soon, you might get left behind. Have you been feeling exhausted lately? Like the formula that used to work for you suddenly stopped working. That feeling is actually very accurate. Because something deeper is shifting. In the language of I-Ching, we are moving from the earth period into the fire period. Think of it like this. For the last 20 years, our world rewarded weight and stability. Now it rewards speed and energy. We are moving from solid ground into something much more like a sea of fire. And that shift is changing three things at the same time. Your body, your work, and even how people create value. Let's start with the most honest thing you have, your body. During the last cycle, the so-called Earth era, society respected mass. Think about many successful bosses from the past decade. A bit heavier, a bit of belly, and strangely, that they look often felt powerful. Why? Because heaviness used to signal stability. The logic of Earth is accumulation. More assets, more property, more savings, even more body mass. Heavy means solid, solid means safe. But the atmosphere is changing. Fire has a completely different logic. Fire is light. Fire rises, fire moves fast. Look at many of the top creators and entrepreneurs today. They are leaner, shaper, and they seem to have endless energy. That's not just aesthetic. In high-speed information era, excess weight becomes friction. If your body is carrying static extra pounds, your metabolism slows down, your focus scatters, your energy crashes. In a fire-driven world, heaviness turns into a disadvantage. So losing weight today isn't just about looking good. It's about removing drag. You are not trying to shrink your body. You are trying to increase your energy density. Less dead weight, more fire. Now let's talk about the mental shift. This is where things get uncomfortable. The core idea of the Earth era was possession. I own this job. I own this land. I hold this position. As long as you own something solid, you felt safe. Success was about holding your territory. Even if you weren't particularly creative or energetic, as long as you were sitting in the right place, you could stay successful. But the fire era runs on a different rule. It's not about what you own, it's about whether you are visible. Still in the I-Ching, the hexagram Li, the symbol of fire, also means brightness. Fire exists only when it shines. If it stops glowing, it disappears. And that's why some of the most uncomfortable people today are actually the old Earth era elites. They have houses, cars, resources, but suddenly they realize something shocking. They are invisible. In this era, if you are not creating value in public, if you are not generating attention, emotion, connection, then the assets you own slowly lose power. The anxiety people feel today isn't just about money. It's about irrelevance. You can't just be a warehouse anymore. You have to become a signal, not a storage unit, but a broadcaster. You can see the same shift in business. In the past, business was about building walls. You had a secret channel, a special technology, a warehouse full of goods. You built barriers, and then you collect rent. Very Earth logic. But today, business is closer to starting fires. Have you noticed how fast things burn out now? A product explodes in popularity. 3 months later, it's gone. If you are still trying to build a fortress, the ground may move before the walls are finished. Fire works differently. Fire survives by constantly fighting new fear, which means today, one good idea isn't enough. You need continuous sparks, learning, iteration, and continuous output. It used to be build once, benefit for years, but now it's closer to ignite again and again. So how do you survive in fire era? 3 practical shifts. First, lighten your body. Forget the old image of dead weight. Move, sweat, reduce body fat. When your body becomes lighter, your mind processes faster. Fire favors agility. Second, build a personal signal, no matter what industry you are in. Even something traditional like machinery or manufacturing, you still need a voice. Fire always needs something to attach to. If your idea, experience, and personality are visible somewhere on a platform, in community, through content, then your work ends up fueling someone else's fire instead of your own. Earth searches for permanence. Fire searches for intensity. That means instability isn't a temporary phase anymore. It's the environment. So the goal isn't to freeze the world. The goal is to become adaptable enough to move with it, like fire itself. When one piece of wood burns out, it jumps to the next. Stay curious, stay moving, stay alive to new signals. In the I-Ching, the Li hexagram also carries another meaning, clarity. It's the reminder that the age of hiding in the shadow is ending. The old model, quietly accumulating wealth through information gaps, is getting harder every year. The logic of success for the next 20 years may actually be very simple. The more authentic you are, the brighter your fire burns. The lighter you become, the higher you rises. So, don't fear the fire. Learn how to become it.